Hi Capricorn, Trishna here. Welcome to your February 2019 reading. What I'm feeling for you is that between now and leading up to February, I feel like you're excited and you're happy and you're kind of pumped about something. It's like you've maybe figured something out and so you're excited about it, but you're also trying not to be too excited about it because you feel like you have tried to you've tried to piece things together before and you've gotten excited about it only to realize later that it wasn't really your thing and it wasn't as crucial or as big of a missing piece as you thought it was. And so you feel like you found a missing piece or you've found maybe your thing, but and you're excited about it, but you also feel like you've been here before and so you want to wait and see a little bit and you don't want to get too excited, but you are excited. And even though you're not entirely sure if this is going to be your thing, you feel good about it. And I feel like you've made a move, like you've done something that makes a move regarding your area or your choice. Like you've done something around this and you've made a choice or something. And even though you're not entirely sure, you feel really good about the choice. And so you're happy and excited regardless. So, yeah, I feel like you're in a really good place emotionally right now, and that's really good. I feel like February is going to be a little bit, I don't want to say rough. It's going to be a good month, but it's going to be a little bit like January where you don't really have a plan for your life. And that is really, really difficult for you. That is just not your style. You like to know where you're going and build a plan on how you're going to get to there from where you are right now. What are all the steps? Where are all the milestones? Where are all the little goals? Where are all the little side projects that all will tie into that? What kinds of opportunities, if available to you, would you take on? You like to know in detail what it is you're going to do to get from where you are now to where you want to be. And you like the planning process and then you want to execute on that plan. And right now, you don't know entirely where you're going to go. And so you're having to do things backwards. Instead of knowing where you're going to be and working backwards, you're having to be where you are and hope you end up where you want to be. So that's why it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a good month, and I think you're going to figure some things out by the end of the month. Not everything, but some things. But it's going to be a struggle because this is just not your style. It feels really uncomfortable. You're just not used to this. You did this in January, but you have not gotten used to this, and it may take a while to get used to this. But the bright side is, the gift for you is that I think that in the long run, this is going to really, really pay off for you. You're going to be very happy with where you end up. It's going to be good. So the way that I think you should handle February, this whole month, how you should go about it because you don't have a plan, is basically like January, where you have an area of interest that you think is going to be your thing. Trust that it is your thing for now, and I think it probably is your thing. And then build on it. So like a snowball, you take a little bit of snow and then you pack on a little more snow. Then you pack on a little more, you pack on a little more. Eventually you have a nice little snowball. And then you pack on more, pack on more, pack on more. Sometimes you can have a snowball that's a few feet high because you've just been working on it and just pulling in whatever makes sense, whatever makes this bigger, even though you don't know what you're exactly aiming for. You just are pulling things together and working on it the best that you can. And by the end of it, you have this huge snowball that you really like, that's useful, that's awesome, that's great, that's something that's kind of impressive, and that's just, you've really built something. And I think that's going to be what happens with you with regards to your career or your interests or whatever the situation applies to for you, is you keep building on it, building on it, building on it. It's like, okay, this is my topic, I'm going to learn this because that seems like it's related. All right, now I know that this relate. So I'm going to pull that in. I'm going to pull this in. I'm going to pull this in. By the end of it, you have this huge snowball of information, expertise, or if it's a project where you're building, you have this huge thing that you've actually built that is amazing. It's interesting. It's fascinating. It's something that you can really work with. It's something that you can be really proud of and that people will want to see more of and that you can rely on. So that's how February, I think, is the best way for you to handle February. And the struggle is that this is not comfortable for you, but the gift at the end of this in the long run is that you're going to be happy with what you have. I think you are on the right track with regards to whether or not you have found your thing. Is this really where you should be investing your time? I think it is. And if it's not, I think you'll figure it out really quickly because to build this thing over and over with no plan, you have to really like what you're doing and enjoy what you're doing for what it is to continue to do that. So I think, like with you and building your plans, a lot of times in your planning, let's say it's for career or like a business, you have monetary incentives that are also in there. So oftentimes you end up chasing after something that you think you like, but really the part of it that you like is the income incentive. And then as you get closer to it or once you achieve it, you realize you're not really happy because you thought you liked it. You thought you actually liked it or were passionate about this subject or this topic or this area, but really what you were actually incentivized by was the income or like something else about it. And so that's why that approach hasn't really worked for you. Like it's worked for you in the past, but like you're having a shift to how you need to do things, and that's the shift that you need. Whereas now, if you do this other approach that you're basically being forced to do, which is like not have a plan and just like go with what you've got and build with what you've got, you have to really like what you're doing to stick with it. Because if you don't like it, you're going to get bored and you're not going to continue to build and you're going to have to find something else. So I think even though this is a struggle for you, I think one, you're going to be very happy with the end result. And two, if this isn't what you really enjoy, you will find out pretty quickly. You'll find out. You'll know within a few weeks. Like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know what I'm doing this for. Like, I don't know where it's going. Versus if you really like something, you're doing it because you enjoy it. So this will help you figure out, like, get more connected with yourself. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting for you is really just like kind of embrace this really strange situation that you're in and see the benefits of it and really enjoy building with what you have, because you're going to be really happy with what you've built later. Like you're going to know so much about what you've been working on that you're just going to feel so great about it. Like you're just going to be able to talk about it and feel so confident. It's going to be, you're going to be in a really good place. So I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I earned your like and your subscribe. If you would like to share anything with me, feel free to drop me a comment below the description box. I hope you have a wonderful February and that you embrace the struggle and enjoy it and the gifts that it brings. And I will see you in my next video.